Yo, what is up, YouTube? So in this video, I'm going to be talking about the new laser sight attachment that is coming to PUBG. And to do this, to best show you this, I'm going to be using the new training grounds that's also getting added. I'll be giving my thoughts and kind of showing off a little bit of the stuff on the training grounds in another video. But yo, let's swap over to that, and I'm going to show you guys the laser sight. So basically, what this gun is, or what this attachment is an attachment that it takes up your grip slot. It's a laser sight that increases your hip fire and your focused aim fire accuracy. When I say focus aim, you guys might not know what I'm talking about. I think there's a, your kind of your soft aim, which is this, where you bring your gun up. Normally it's by default, it's by holding right click. For me personally, I have it set to caps lock. But what it does is it increases your hip fire and your focus aim accuracy. So I'm going to kind of compare these and show you and give my thoughts on the laser sight here. So let's spray some. Let's do 3 mags. So that is without the laser sight, right? And then here is with the laser sight. So you can see when it comes to hip fire that really, I mean, you look at the two, it's kind of hard to tell a difference. You don't really see a lot of difference. There might be a few more rounds more centered up here than there are in this one to the left. Also, my rounds were starting to disappear as well, so take that into account as well. So really, my thoughts on this laser sight is that it's not that effective. I think that you need to be able to get a lot more hip fire accuracy for it to be really an attachment that's even worth taking, because you must realize by giving up your grip, you're giving up a whole lot of recoil reduction. So the only time that I could see this being worth taking is if you're taking like a Vector or maybe even a UMP. I feel like it really doesn't work that well with the UMP because the UMP doesn't have that high of a DPS. And using it specifically for hip firing someone at close range, right? Like say you've damaged someone, or say someone's in a room in a house, and you're just gonna push in there and try to hip fire the guy down, and your main use of that gun is a close range hip fire weapon, then it maybe will be worth taking. Let me show you guys what it's like with the laser attachment and without the laser attachment, starting without the laser attachment with the focused aim, right? So here's the focused aim with the Vector. We'll fire off 2 mags. All right, so 2 mags there. And then let's grab the laser attachment and try to do the same thing. So, I mean, definitely can tell a difference, but how significant of a difference is it? Is what I would say. And if you're planning on trying to, hip fire or focus aim someone at a further distance, like say they're over at that rock, I mean, even then, like you saw where all the bullets were splashing, that's a huge radius. You're better off ADSing at that distance, right? So really the only time this really comes into play is for those close range encounters. But I just don't feel like it's worth taking over a grip, because you're not if it was stacking those rounds in really, really tight and being extremely accurate with hip fire, then I'd be saying, yes, this could be a great thing to take on your gun, and you can use it in close range, and you can be running around just laser sighting everybody and hip firing them and whatnot in close quarters. But it's not that good. I mean, it really looks like you're only getting like a 10%, maybe a 15% less spread. Even if like that might be pushing it. That's almost exaggerating it. So I just don't see this attachment being that good of an attachment. If you don't have a grip yet, then throw the laser sight on. You get a little bit of an advantage in close range, like a tiny bit. But really outside of that, it's not all that good. I'll show you on an AR. This is we'll do without the laser attachment. Just hip fire. So we'll do one more. So there's the hip fire without. Then we'll do it with. So, I mean, you can see, like, there's not really a big difference. There's not really a big difference. We actually ran out of ammo a little bit on the second one. But there's not even a big difference on ARs. There's not really a big difference on SMGs. The cool thing is it can go on handguns. And this is the only under-rail attachment that can go on handguns. So, I'll show you without the laser on the Glock. The thing is, the Glock has a ton of recoil. Let's do this crouched with the Glock. So there's without. Now let's do with. Now on the Glock, I mean, it's just not that much. Like those are pretty well in, but I honestly might have just controlled the recoil a little bit better, so that we didn't get some below and above. It doesn't do anything to affect recoil, so it just to me. It just doesn't seem like that good of an attachment. I can't really see that many places where this thing's going to give you that big of an advantage. The only time that I would consider taking this is if I was running a Vector, because it has to be something with really high fire rate. And I was planning on using that Vector as just a gun that I'm going to pull out and try to hip fire people in close range. Because honestly, like, you'd be better off using a grip on the Vector and just aiming down sight, because you know you're going to be accurate when you aim down sight, right? It could give a little bit more of an advantage if you're like a third-person player, just because, you know, if you're a third-person player and you're like kind of lean peeking somebody and you like to use the focus fire as you like peek around the corner and whatnot, like maybe a little bit, but I just don't personally feel like it's that good of an attachment. Honestly, I would avoid the attachment. I take grips over the laser sight. Use it on your handguns if you like to even pick up handguns. But I just don't think it's all that great. Those are my thoughts on it. Hope this video helps you guys. I'm going to be putting out another video on the Mark 47, which is the new AR that's coming to PUBG. So check out for that. And also I'll be giving a video on the new firing range as well. But, yo, hope this video helped you guys. And I'll see you guys in the next video.